16 minutes after the hour now on a special edition of Fox and Friends Weekend, and this is a Fox News alert. Hurricane Irma quickly approaching the state of Florida as a Category 4 storm. The Pentagon now mobilizing multiple ships, personnel, and equipment to the region. Our next guest is leading Florida's military response to this potentially deadly storm.
Florida National Guard Joint Staff Director and Dual Status Commander Brigadier General Ralph Rebus joins us now by phone. General, great to have you so early this morning. How prepared is the state of Florida for this hurricane?
Well, hey, good morning. We think we're very prepared. We've been fortunate that our governor, Governor Rick Scott, has worked tirelessly to get us everything we need. He was very proactive in bringing us on board early in the planning and preparation process. So we think we're staged to be successful in providing support to our citizens.
General, I've been a member of the National Guard before, responded to natural disasters. There's a lot of different contingencies. What specifically are you planning your troops to do? Will they be filling sandbags, rescuing residents, delivering essential services? I mean, what are the core missions that you anticipate the Florida National Guard executing?
Well, hey, first let me thank you for your service when you were part of the National Guard. But I'll tell you, we're already on duty. We've got soldiers. We're currently operating over 130 shelters throughout the state. We've been doing that now for the last couple of days. In addition to that, as we speak right now, we are pre-positioning or completing our plans to pre-position our forces where they're going to do the most good when the time comes. We're doing anything that is requested of us right now through our State Emergency Management Center, in terms of what each one of the counties might be needing. So to answer more of that is we have our search and rescue teams have all coordinated and are standing by, so we think we're pretty well postured.
General, what are you most concerned about right now?
Well, really, of course, as the storm starts tracking in, we're more concerned. The most concerned is the safety of our citizens, and that if they still need any assistance in terms of sheltering, that they continue to go to those shelters. There are a few more that are opening up in various parts of the state that our soldiers have prepared earlier this morning for more influx of personnel. And also from the military side, that the soldiers that are postured are all safe so that they can immediately stand out and begin to assist our citizens.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can imagine people living in the areas that are going to be hardest hit. They're feeling nervous. A lot of them elderly living in these parts of Florida. What advice do you have for people to protect themselves? It looks like the winds, the heavy winds, is going to be the main point of the story compared to what we saw in Texas, where it was the heavy rains. Now it's dealing with the winds.
Yes, ma'am. So, you know, the governor and his staff have been very vocal, very proactive in telling the citizens what they should do. And I would recommend that anyone who hasn't already decided on whether or not they're evacuating or seeking shelter, just continue to monitor what's coming from the governor's office with respect to the message of where they should go and at what time they should just stop trying to move. But up until that time, if they've been told to evacuate, if at all possible, they should. And I know that the state has also been publishing emergency assistance numbers for individuals that might need some assistance with evacuation. As those messages come and missions are assigned, people are prepared to help them.
Yeah, and there is still time to evacuate.
Absolutely.
Just to be clear.
Just really briefly, do you have any sense of who has or has not evacuated? Do you have any sense of that, or is that just something you're going to have to determine in real time?
No, we'll have to determine that in real time, because you know, a lot of the shelters that are opening, the reports we're getting is that some of the individuals that are moving into the shelters were in zones that weren't initially planning on evacuating,
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, when the storm tracked, they are now. So, and others that are on the drive north and have decided to just stop wherever they're at and move to a local shelter. So I really can't tell you
Sure.
where the individuals necessarily came from.
Brigadier General Ralph Rebus, thanks for your service, and God bless the Florida National Guard. Appreciate it.
Hoping
Thank you.
for the very best.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
You got it.